Christina, thank you so much. Here on this Friday, we are taking a look at traffic flowing much better now after a major traffic jam on the Snyder at Westport Road. We're told there was initially an injury crash on the northbound side of 265. Police had shut down that road to allow for a record. You're seeing video from just about an hour ago. You can see everything at a dead stop at that point. It had caused a backup close to Shelbyville Road. But again, all things flowing much better now as all lanes are back open on the Snyder North at Westport Road. In other news, a man is dead after police say he fired on officers in the Clifton neighborhood last night. It happened just after 10 p.m. on New Main Street, close to Gallant Fox Brewing. And that's where Frankfort meets the train tracks. According to LMPD's chief, police arrived on scene minutes after receiving a call of gunshots in the area.
The first officer arrived on scene at approximately 10:01 p.m. At 10:19, officers reported on the radio that shots were being fired at them. At 10:31 p.m., officers reported the individual was down near the 2000 block of Frankfort Avenue. Officers immediately rendered aid and called for EMS.
Now, according to the chief, the suspected shooter was a man in his 30s. He was taken to the hospital where he died. LMPD is the lead agency in this case. We do know there's body camera video and no one else was hurt. We'll continue to have coverage of this story today, beginning on air at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So make sure to have your WHAS11 app on your phone ready for all of those updates. The owner of a Highview home filled with explosives and chemicals is facing new charges today. A grand jury indicted Mark Hibble on first and second degree burglary charges and wanton endangerment. The charges are related to Hibble squatting in a neighbor's home for an extended amount of time. His bond raised to $50,000. This comes as the city plans to burn down his home on Applegate Lane. Mayor Craig Greenberg said the earliest possible date for that controlled burn is the week of August 14th. Around 900 homes and 2,000 residents within a half-mile radius of that area could be affected. Ahead of that burn, hundreds of city workers will be going door to door to make sure everyone is aware of that situation. They started doing this yesterday. They're asking who will need somewhere to stay, and then the city will decide just how big and how many shelters will be needed.
We're going to plan for a couple days. We hope to get the residents back within their house within the day that we're doing it. We're going to be air monitoring, and that's going to be what it's up to.
More details on how this is all expected to play out. It'll be laid out at a community meeting on Monday. Mayor Greenberg spent Thursday knocking on those doors in Highview. They give neighbors a heads up in person. Our Connor Steffen and photojournalist Ian Hardwitt were there.
Neighbors found themselves opening the door to find the likes of Mayor Craig Greenberg and Deputy Mayor David James on the other side.
I was actually watching TV and all of a sudden I heard a doorbell and I thought, what's going on? That's when I found out about it.
Before taking care of the controlled burn at this home and garage on Applegate Lane that will force thousands to evacuate their homes.
If there's an evacuation, we have to leave. How long and what's it going to affect?
Leaders took first steps to answer questions and spread the word about a community meeting Monday inside Highview Baptist Church.
This individual has not been a great neighbor, and so everyone is looking forward to this being done.
Getting the word out efficiently took squads from nearly every metro department.
You all will get off at that intersection.
And crews in the hundreds traveling by the busload to cover a half-mile radius, knocking on the doors of about 900 homes.
Something was blowing up there. Didn't know what it was. She said it sounded like a cannon going off.
Including Stephen Wart's childhood home, where his mother now lives.
Well, I mean, you can see how it's all grown up and everything. You couldn't see the house for years.
It sits just one house down from where the controlled burning will take place.
Do you wonder what the end goal was?
Right. I was just wondering, was he planning on going somewhere and blowing something up? Was he planning on blowing up his house and everything around us?
While we don't know those answers,
what was his idea?
Wart's thankful at least some will come on Monday. His neighbors sharing that sentiment.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I've grew up in this neighborhood for almost all my life. And something like this to happen is just beyond what I can even imagine.
Hoping an unthinkable situation will soon have a safe ending. Connor Steffen, WHAS 11 on your side.
Now, Monday's meeting will be at Highview Baptist Church on Fagenbush Lane in the sanctuary at 6:30. A large number of you are expected, so the mayor is urging those of you to watch on the Metro TV Facebook page who can, unless you are directly impacted. You will be asked to show an ID or piece of mail to verify your address. A New Albany company is shutting down part of its plant after a third chemical leak since March. You can see a massive plume of yellow and orange smoke rising from the Bluegrass Chemical Specialties building off Mount Tabor Road. Take a look there. It happened around 3 Thursday afternoon. The city of New Albany says the plume is a form of nitrogen oxide. Employees of that plant were evacuated with a shelter-in-place ordered before the all-clear was given. According to the city, this plant had similar incidents happen in March and June. The city said Bluegrass Chemical is voluntarily shutting down the affected areas and will not operate them again until the root cause is found. A jury has indicted Manual High School's head football coach, Donnie Stoner, on 20 charges related to a sexual relationship with a student. In court yesterday, Stoner was charged with 6 counts of rape, 6 counts of sodomy, and 8 counts of sexual abuse. He's accused of sexually abusing a 17-year-old female student from May to July of this year. He remains in jail on $50,000 bond. He's pleaded not guilty to all charges. And a former University of Louisville basketball star was sentenced to 10 years in prison for ripping off the NBA's health and welfare benefit plan. Yesterday in court, Terrence Williams was ordered to forfeit more than $650,000 and to pay $2.5 million in restitution. A judge said Williams used his people skills to entice others to aid in his healthcare fraud after he, quote, frittered away substantial earnings from his professional career. Williams played at Louisville under Rick Pitino from 2005 to 2009 and was taken 11th overall in the 2009 NBA draft. In Indiana, a drug dealer was just sentenced for selling pills that killed his girlfriend. It's a first of its kind in this kind of state. This court documents say in early January, officers found a woman who died of a possible overdose at a hotel in Scottsburg. Wilburn Benjamin of Scottsburg admitted he gave his girlfriend several hydrocodone pills he'd picked up from a pain clinic. Benjamin pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Scott County Prosecutor Chris Owens said they are investigating overdose deaths and will try to bring more charges like these.